anxious because a hurricane just blew onto our set. Boy, did it ever. Welcome back to the program, and I am going to readily admit I have the fewest amount of rushing yards on this set. It's because just some of the greatest running backs in the history of Miami football is here, starting with the man all the way on the end, the man second on the list of all-time rushers in the history of Miami football, Edgerrin James of the Indianapolis Colts. How are you, Edge?
Just chilling.
Just kicking it, huh?
Always.
And to your left, dressed as, what are you dressed as today, Clinton?
I came as myself today. You know, they wouldn't let me bring a costume. They made me take it off, so I'm as myself.
That's an outrage.
I tried.
All right, the fourth leading rusher in the history of Miami football, Clinton Portis of the Redskins. How are you, Clinton?
I'm good, man. I can't complain.
All right, and to your left is the sixth leading rusher in the history of Miami football from the Buffalo Bills, a man who I can reach out and just shake the hand of, Willis McGahee. How are you there?
I'm all right. How you doing?
So what are you guys all doing in town together? Ed, you want to explain what you're doing here?
We're here for the runners of the game. Honoring Barry Sanders, one of the greatest running backs to ever play. And you know, it's just something nice to do. They're having fun.
What are you laughing at, Willis? Just, is Edge not the spokesman of the group? Who's the spokesman of the group?
I'm just happy to be here with him.
Portis is the spokesman.
Yeah. Clinton, you're this. Are you
He's
the
in the middle.
Don't make me the spokesman, but if you want me to talk, I'll talk. It don't matter
Clinton,
with me.
Well, you explain. I mean, what's the runners of the game? What is this thing that you do?
I mean, it was something. You know, the idea came up from Edgerrin about honoring someone. You know, and being that all three of us is with Drew, all three of us came out of the University of Miami. We've done had a pretty good career so far ourselves. We wanted to honor somebody, and our first recipient is Barry Sanders. Being that we're here in Detroit, I'm sure all of us think the same, that Barry was the best we ever seen. You know, back in the day, I wasn't alive for that. But to see Barry, you know, to have this honor to honor Barry and be around with him, you know, it was actually an honor for us. So we're just glad they let us do it.
I've got the invite right here, as a matter of fact. This is the invite. It's right here in my hands, the first annual Runners of the Game. And it's Friday night. Is that what this is bad?
That's the TV copy. The copy that went out to the world got all kind of women on it. So that's just the TV copy.
What is it? The TV copy is not the same, Willis? Is that the drill or what?
Yeah, you know, it is not.
Willis came up with the other copy.
And who's providing the music, Edge? Who do you got? Do you know?
You got Portis. Portis is in charge of the DJ.
Biz Marquee?
Yeah.
DJ Biz Marquee?
Biz Marquee?
Yeah.
And I like the attire. Is that your idea with the one word attire?
You know, I mean, as far as attire, I'm the only one up here who they got on me. We just came from the mall. EJ gonna wear a Dickie suit. And and Willis got a striped jailhouse outfit. So, I'm gonna be the only one in the suit. So,
Edge, what's a Dickie suit? What's that?
Man, that's something Portis talking about. I don't know. That's one of his little costumes he bringing out. I don't know what Portis talking about.
You don't know? That's news to you, the Dickie suit? I like that. I like it. It's industrial workwear. I don't know if you know that. And actually, the one-word information for the dress code for Friday night Runners of the Game is classy. It says attire, classy. Do you have something classy to wear, Wills?
I got something spectacular.
Spectacular?
Yeah.
Clinton, is that allowable? It says classy. Is that, you know what I'm saying?
Spectacular, classy, upscale, however you want to come. You know, however you feel like you're going to present yourself. The camera's going to be out there, so you're only going to embarrass yourself. You wear what you want to wear. Yeah. You know, I'm sure they'll be dressed nice. Everybody who come, you can't get in if you're not dressed nice anyway, so it don't matter.
Edge, from your position in Indianapolis, were you following the search for Southeast Jerome in Washington, D.C.? The search for Southeast Jerome.
I always hear about it. Tomorrow what Portis doing.
Yeah. Were you following that? Because that was a season-long pursuit, search of Southeast Jerome in Washington. Were you following that?
Nah, I just always hear about it. I get the last part of it.
Yeah? I'm going to get serious on you, Edge. I'm going to get serious on you for a second. Is that cool?
Questions, man. Come on.
I don't know about Southeast Jerome.
How does he not know about Southeast Jerome?
You know,
I thought you guys are tight.
Not knowing, being his spokesman, you know, being his agent, him not knowing, he sold his TV, sold his house, so he didn't think he was going to be in Indy, so he really didn't know what was going on in the outside world.
So he's Sheriff Don't Know, pretty much.
He really is. That's why I did that, thinking about him. He didn't know his situation, so I did that in respect for him.
Edge, I got to ask you, seriously, so we can focus on the seriousness, your contract situation. What's your deal?
I don't know. You never know what's gonna happen. You know, I just go out and ball. You know, that's all I do. Just ball and do my part. Everything else is out of my hands.
So it's out of your hands. Do you want to go back? Is that what you want to do?
You know, hey, the situation got to be right. You never know what's gonna happen. You know, I just sit back and just do my part as a player. You know, everything else.
Why do you laugh every time he opens his mouth? What is that all about?
No, I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm happy to be here. You know? See, he laughing at me. You know what I mean?
It's great. This is, everyone in the truck wanted me to tell you that this is the chillest segment in the history of our program.
That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? We're from Miami. You know, the U.
That's the way it goes, the U.
Yeah.
Willis, enjoy the event. Stay classy,
right.
as always. And Edge, thanks for joining us, man. It's good to have you. When we return here on NFL Total Access.
Man,